Hello. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get in here before we start. I wanted to show y'all how I'm doing with my little futures account, how I'm just kind of doing while I'm waiting to deposit more money, and why trading this is gonna be really, really good for us in terms of growing our little portfolios. So I see there's about 13 of y'all in here, so I'll go ahead and get 15 of y'all in here. I'll go ahead and get started. So my deposit was only $500, so I've already made more than 50% of my portfolio in less than a week. We're at $807. Tonight alone, I've made basically 20 bucks. And so let's go ahead and look at the stats. So if you're on Trade08, you can go ahead and go here. You can go to Performance tab, then you go to This Week, and then you go to Go, and it'll show you. So my gross is 382. I've had 58 trades total, 100 of 124 contracts. I win 81% of my trades. I expect around $6.59 per trade. My fees have been about this much, so I've made $307. Okay. Total profits that I've made though is 643. So the ones that I lost were obviously a couple $100 worth of profits. So sucks, but this is still pretty darn good. So this shows you my average losing trade, my largest losing trade, and number of losing contracts. So that's kind of neat to be able to see all of this stuff on Trade08, to see how good you are and like where you do some wrong things and yada yada yada. So pretty dope. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys that before I went ahead and switched over to our practice paper trading 1000 account. So until that one hits 1000, I'm not going to be trading on it with you guys. I wanted to actually short from that VWAP, but I missed my opportunity. So what we're going to do is we're still going to place a short here. Let's say at 61.50, two of them, and see what happens. And let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like on the tick chart right now. So the tick chart shows, that's really annoying, that we kind of have like a double bottom right here, and we moved up, but we've also double topped, triple topped really here. So it looks like the triple top is going to overwhelm this double bottom. We're probably going to continue down, but yes, we are very choppy. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna put it at 60. And so let's overlook. So we're up $76 so far off of 2 trading days that we've done together. Pretty decent. A lot of people are getting a little bored with watching trading MES though, because it does move a lot slower than NQ. So you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's trade MNQ just to speed things up, because I definitely know how you guys feel about that. So let's go ahead and put our VWAP on here. So VWAP is over here. We're going to anchor it to the first candle of the night, which is right there. There goes our VWAP. So we can go ahead and maybe start something at 15 here. Just one. And then if it moves up to say 20, We'll do another one. And so on. So let's do MNQ. That way it'll move a little bit faster, give us some little something something. I definitely know y'all were getting bored last time I did MES. It was very, very, very slow. But MES will also give you, 10, 15 bucks, real, real easy like. So, let's say our profit take is every $5. We'll do just one tick above $5 so we can get it filled. And it's not going to be a whole lot, but it will be, a few dollars at a time. So, it's going to be about 5 or 10 bucks. And hello, Crazy. Y'all don't hesitate to ask questions. If I was going to draw some fibs right now, I would draw them like this. I would come over here, I would click, I would use this high, I would use this low. I draw it just like that. So it looks like we're about to get our exit shortly. I think I'm going to move it up one more tick. 1050. Uh-oh. Get off my Wi-Fi. So we'll probably end up making, I think it's like $9 on this. In terms of the fees taking away from that, it'd be about $1.20, $1.30. So we net about $7.50, give or take. I'm okay with that per trade. If you do that, 10, 15 times a day, you can make 100, 200 bucks, not too shabby. So let's go ahead and put this at 15 again. And then again, this one will go at 20. We just kind of rinse and repeat as we're waiting for it to stop ranging out of this area. And let's go ahead and move this to NQ so we can see what it looks like. So this one moves a little faster. Looks pretty good for a short because this did clip below this one, so that does make this a W, which is why this dropped so drastically. I think we may be trying to create another one, which would be fantastic. And looking at this is the W right here. Let's see if we can find it on. So this would be, it looks really weird here, but this is that same W that we saw on the tick chart right here. And that's why the tick chart is better for futures, in my opinion, than the time charts, because time charts don't really tell you anything, like what's time in terms of movement, right? So have I traded M60? I have not. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if that's a stock, crypto, future. I have no idea what that is. Forex. Not a clue. But you can tell me about it and maybe I can give you my opinion or whatever if you want me to, but it might not mean very much since I've never really done anything with it before. So we're just waiting for this to fill right here. Euro, USD, Okay, okay. So it's a euro dollar micro future. I mean, that actually sounds kind of interesting. I don't normally do currencies though, and I am an economist, so I probably should because I know quite a bit about them. But I'm I don't know. I don't really care for playing them very much. I'd rather just play NQ or MNQ or ES or MES. They just move. I just play them often and I know how they move. So this looks like it's creating a big W potentially here. If this was to come back up to around here, that would actually be phenomenal. Because then we're going to have a big drop. And the reason is, and so I talk about these W's a lot, but this is what it would look like. So you'd have a high, a low, a new high, that's a lower high, a lower low. So if this ends somewhere in here, and it'll pop up, we go somewhere, as long as it's above here and below here, so anywhere in this is acceptable, but I probably will say somewhere like right here, we're going to go down again. So let's see how that plays out. And just understand as well, that creates an M that'll probably drive us up to around here. That'll then drive us back down again. So let's see how this plays out. And if we don't fill this and we just continue down, then then either way, we're fucking going down. But I do believe we have a small bounce here. Come back up. It might not be all the way up to here, but somewhere in this vicinity would be pretty good. And we could technically do that as well. It could be anywhere in one of these two lines for the bottom. But I think it's here. I think this is the spot. I should probably play this up, but I'm not 100% sure that this is the bottom right here. I'd much rather play the drop back down. Make sure nobody's in here. Oh, what time am I starting these lives? Old Guard and Wild, hello. I start these just anytime after like 5 o'clock. Like I'm just basically, it could be anywhere from 5 to 8:30 that I start one of these. And it's just going to be for like an hour or so. We're going to just try and make a little bit of money trading these. I want to show you guys that you can just make a little bit of extra money trading these on a normal basis, and slowly it grows into a lot of money that you can then leverage to make a good chunk every time, and then eventually replace your job or use it to make a retirement or whatever, right? And that's the goal. Do I still trade QQQ? Yes, I still trade QQQ, but more often than not, I'm just trading NQ or ES, just because it's basically the same thing. So far this was correct. Let's see how this works out. I definitely want this entry even if it moves all the way up to here. So I'm okay with that. It got dangerously close. There we go. It's trying to come up some more. And then what is NXAX? Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that is. Sorry, it's not coming up on anything. Sorry, boss. So this literally went through my order and didn't give it to me. What kind of fuckery? That's bullshit. I should be up $10 right now. I'm a little pissed. See, this is why you always put it a tick below. See, I messed up by not doing that, so. Whatever, I'll put it a couple ticks below. Oh, dang. Corey, let me think. Let me see what else is on here. Let's log out of here real quick and see what else is on here. These are your options, okay? So I would look and see if this lets you trade crypto, and if it does, then try it and see if this will let you sign up. Probably Gemini, I think, is your best bet. I think this is a crypto service. I'm not 100% sure though, but Bitstamp is obviously something. So try Bitstamp. And yes, you do have to have a margin account to trade Forex or futures. That is correct. So this is moving up quite cleanly here along my trend line. Looks like I'm going to get those entries after all. I already got one of them at least. Yeah. We're down $5. But I'm going to set my sights for right here. We're going to do there for when it inevitably falls. Well, if you can sign up for a real account, go ahead and try it on the Oanda one, because you can probably do it there, or the Bitstamp. I'm sure you can probably do it on Bitstamp. Because you were talking about trading Bitcoin, right? Futures on Bitcoin. That is where the money is at when it comes to Bitcoin, to be honest. So this is coming together quite nicely here. I mean, I called it literally right before it happened. This was slightly to the right, but whatever. There you go. Definitely said this would happen. I think it's going to be more like somewhere between here. But I think it's going to be right there. And if it does go to 25, I'm actually going to be very, very, very happy. We will do 3. Hi, girl. I'm not sure who that is to, but it's definitely not to me. Well, if you do it via TradingView, if you connect it to TradingView, it'll be the same no matter what. So I understand what you're saying, and that's, you want to keep it consistent to what you've been doing. So probably try and find something that'll connect to TradingView. Do I mainly scout For the most part, yes, but I'm using these bigger patterns to help me scalp and then go ahead and maybe do another one and so on. So now our average is here, so let's go ahead and move this to 10. 2. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Okay, I already answered that. Yes, we are starting the $1,000 account at the end of the month. And we will be trading MES and MNQ. So it'll be basically what we're trading right now and what I was trading the last couple times that I've been doing it. MES moves a little bit slower, so you know, you might get a little bored, but it's a lot less risky, and I prefer that. So, if it's boring, oh well. If you don't want to play it with me, then you don't have to. But I will. I've obviously just shown y'all in less than a week that I made over 50% of my portfolio, and that was just trading MES, not even MNQ at all yet. So I might not even need to input any more of my own money, and I can grow it to $1,000 just with the $500 that I input myself. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do as my first little goal. So. Sheesh. Which brokerage am I using to connect to TradingView? I'm using Tradovate. Tradovate is the bomb.com. You can also do your stuff on Tradovate if you want. This is a gnarly W right here as well. Nice little one. But this is what we're playing. And we got our exit right there. And that's crazy, $100 to 63 in 5 days. That's crazy as hell. I don't know how you did that. So we're about to go green, it looks like here shortly. And it just about hit around where I said it would. So turning down here is about right. And we will go below here, but I'd rather secure at this previous low here. So that's what we're doing. That's how we're taking our exits. We're looking at literally just price action. We're looking at market structure, and we're just playing based off of what we're seeing. This was a W. I literally drew it in front of y'all's eyes, and it happened in front of your eyes. Exactly what I said was going to happen. Went in, came up, started coming down. I'm pretty good with this exit right here. If it doesn't come to me in the next couple seconds and it keeps kind of jipping around in here, I might just take this exit because that's over 10 bucks. We're just trading MNQ anyway. There's no reason to be greedy. Take a little bit. Go ahead and put this at around. Let's do it at 14. And yes, so how is the challenge going to work? The challenge is going to be here on TikTok and Twitch, and I'm already doing it with my people on Discord with the $500 that I had originally. But that's kind of a perk that they get for being in the group. Everyone else, you'll have to wait until basically right after Thanksgiving, so the end of the month. And like I said, it'll be here just like normal, and be no issues. So the way that I'm planning on doing it is sometime after 5 p.m. So like I'm gonna let people get off work, get home, shower, eat a little bit, shave, do whatever they want to do, right? And then go ahead and get on, and they'll get notified when I'm on, and then they can go ahead and log on and start trading with us, and we can all make money together. But the goal is not just to follow along and make money. The goal is for you guys to ask questions, understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's to kind of get that hands-on practice so that you can start doing the same things, right? Like if you're not going to take anything from it and you're just going to be snatching the plays that I'm doing just to make money, then it's really not going to help you at the end of the day, because I'm not going to do it forever. I'm going to do it probably until we turn that $1,000 maybe into 10, and then I'm going to be done, or maybe even 5. Who knows? Like I might just decide, that's enough, and be done. And yes, I do trade options, but what we're going to be doing is just a strictly futures one, and the reason why is because I want to show everyone how you can actually do a small futures account and how you can grow it and what you need to be trading, etc., etc. So it looks like we're about to get a clean little exit here in a second. So the indicators that I use for the most part are, so this is volume profile right here. It's basically just showing you bearish versus bullish volume. As you can see, bears are absolutely destroying the bulls right now. Up until the whole way through. So I don't see anything going up like really lasting. It's more so a leg for the next drop. Let's see. I use VWAP, which has a couple of deviations coming off of it, which is your 618 deviation, your 2 deviation, and your 3 deviation. And then I also have my fibs on here, but I draw these on as well. So it's not necessarily part of my indicators, I just draw them on. Looks like we're about to get our exit. It did hit our line, there we go. So we just made another little 1350. So we made 9 and then we made 1350, and minus our fees, we're probably, if this would be 2250, we're at, I want to say like $18. More than likely that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and put this back at here. We're going to go ahead and just do 1 at 1750 in case we move up. Red, what's up, buddy? I know exactly who you are, obviously, in the Discord. We've been sending messages back and forth. One thing that you're going to need, you can't trade the small account on Robinhood. I don't believe they allow you to do futures. So if you want to do it, you're probably going to need to input a little bit of money into Tradeovate. You don't need to necessarily do any of the subscriptions for it. Just if you have TradingView subscription, all you just have to do is do the only subscription you'll have to do is this right here, and it's $10 a month. So you go here, go to add-ons, and this is right here, TradingView, $9.99 a month, and that's just so you can connect it to TradingView, and then you can trade via TradingView, and then you'll be happy as you can be. How do I get the volume in each bar? I also have a little indicator called volume candle on. That volume candle basically does exactly what you're what you're asking. It's showing me how strong it is. I did another short at 2250. That'll get my average to 20 whenever it fills, if it does. If not, cool beans. We'll do a sell at 15. Won't be a lot, it'll be $5, but $5 is better than negative $5. So you'll learn that as we play together. $5 to $6. Every play is what gave me my extra 300, and I'll show you what I mean. So I showed y'all earlier, but if you weren't in here, this will show you the whole breakdown of like my trades. So basically, this is how much I've grossed. I've done 58 trades, over 124 contracts. I win 81% of my trades. I expect about $6 every trade, so that should show you, $74 in fees. My net is $307. If I hadn't had any losses, I'd be up $643. So I would have doubled my account already. I'd be over $1,000. But you can't win them all. The point is to, when you lose, is to just keep trucking. Just have a stop loss that you have in mind, let it go, and keep trucking. So this is one good reason and good way to show you that, just because you lose doesn't mean that you shouldn't. My total losses are 261. My total wins are 307. So I didn't let this deter me from this, right? And I traded MES, 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 MES. That's all I traded, MES. And this will show you right here. So, and this even shows you how long I was in everything that I was in. Crazy. Yeah, so we're trying. I'm trying to show everybody what it's like to build a small portfolio trading futures. So just trading small futures, but trading them during Globex. Because during Globex they're not as violent or volatile, etc. Nice. I ended up making I think like $100 on one MES contract when FOMC got released earlier, and it was almost, I want to say it was a fluke because I shorted, and we popped up right when they released, and then we popped immediately down, like it was like one of those wicks that just goes up down like at stop hunts, but the stop hunt ended up hitting, like downwards, ended up hitting my sell order that I had for my short, and it ended up making me $100, and then it popped up. Yeah, and then if I would have held that shit, or if I would have re-got in, I would have ended up making like $600, bro. Shit was stupid as fuck. I was looking at it like, god damn. But it's better to make what you need to make and get the fuck out, in my opinion. Like, have a goal in mind, get out. If it hits your target, cool beans. I've learned that over time. If the more you try and hold and wait for more gains and this, that, and the other, the more likely you are to get schlapped. I don't like getting schlapped. You know what I mean? So do 2 more there if it gets to there. So in terms of my fibs, I'm just looking at them right now for interest areas for turnaround. I'm not actually using them for areas of entry at the moment. And what's my opinion on Amazon? I like Amazon long term. just, they're not really going anywhere. They're gonna basically end up replacing UPS, USPS, like that's what they're becoming. So I don't really, not worried about it. What is my entry reason? My entry reason was this W. It looks like this high is going to want to go somewhere in there before it decides to really drop. So I'm expecting this W, it can go anywhere up to here, which would be even better if it went up to there, because that's a golden pocket zone to really drop us down. So I'm just kind of playing it by ear based off of this market formation. Sorry about my son in the background. He's learning how to potty train, so he wants to pee pee in the toilet. Let me see what's on here. Sorry. Will it be margin? Yes, it will be margin. I've already done a video on how to set up my screen old guard. If you just go to the YouTube page, you can get it set up exactly like this. The only thing you're going to have to learn how to do manually is how to chart these W's and M's, which is not really that hard. So this one is just $1,000 that we're doing right now. We're practicing for our 1,000, and here at the moment I have 800 though. I'm building it to the 1,000. I only deposited 500. I wanted to see if I could get it to the 1,000 without depositing any more. But no matter what, by Thanksgiving it's going to have $1,000 in it, and we will be starting. So starting basically the last week of November. So right now we're practicing for it. If anyone wanted to play with it already, they can go ahead and do so. This is just giving everybody the ability to get some practice in, play if they're already ready to go, whatever. No, my contract is going down while we're going up, but it goes up while we go down, because I got a short. I got 2 shorts right now. I have 2 more ready to be bought here. So my plan is to sell them for maybe like $10, $15. Nothing crazy. YouTube channel is the same as all handles everywhere. It's just Haskala Trading. So this is it right here. Haskala Trading. And if you want to see the indicators and how to set them up, go to the video I posted on the 12th of last month. And that's going to be the one you want. We will let you do futures. I wasn't aware of that. I don't think it lets you do MES and MNQ. Maybe just SPX. I know it lets you do SPX contracts, but XPX is not necessarily futures. It's an index, but it's not necessarily futures. So we're just getting green again, like kind of flirting with green, light red. I appreciate the subscribe to YouTube, boss. You didn't have to do that. The videos are always free everywhere. You don't have to subscribe to view anything. The only thing that I have that's paid for is if you want more training and you want to do a one-on-one for an hour, or if you want to join the Discord group. But this stuff will always be free on TikTok, and I'll always have these videos reposted on YouTube for free, so that you don't have to join anything if you don't want to. That stuff is extra if you want to do it. So never worry about me trying to push that shit on y'all, because that's not what I'm here for. So it looks like we're probably about to get our exit. The Discord is just $15 a month. And I can give you a little rundown of it if you want, but if you don't want that, I'm not going to waste your time. If you want me to go through it a little bit, I can do that for you. But, you know, like I said, I'm not here to sell it to you. If you want me to go through it, I'll do it. But for me, in my opinion, it's well worth $15. And anyone who's joined it has told me that it's been worth the $15. So we're starting to pop back up here. But we are on VWAP. This is going to be hard to either break up or back down, so it's probably why we're chopping. I'm pretty confident in the breakdown. Yeah, so the Discord, basically what we do is, first of all, you have to be a little proactive in asking your questions and asking for the help that you think you need, first of all. But we go in there and, like, all day we're posting, like, so like this guy is asking someone a question that's a member right now. They're conversing and talking about that. I'll respond to him in a minute. So like I told everybody I was getting in a little short earlier, and that was literally an MES that was right here. I said I was getting in a short right here. So that was at 519 for me. So that was, sorry, not there. It was here. I got in a short. I averaged down here because this is a point of interest because of my fib lines. And then I ended up exiting at my, I think I exited one of them here, and I let the other one run to this point of control here, and then I got out. Now obviously I could have held it to this extension, this fib extension here on my VWAP, but I didn't want to and I didn't need to. I felt like that was a really good play. Made like 20-30 bucks on it. Solid. So here we're still flirting with green and not green. Doesn't know if it wants to do it. What am I trading at the moment? We're trading MNQ. Just because MES moves so slow, I think y'all were getting bored of it last time, so switched over to MNQ because it moves a little bit faster. It has a lot more tick movement within it, so we can actually get some movement and keep y'all interested and occupied, you know. And if you need to learn it, brother or sister, I don't know. Your name is just user6742292 something something something. Just keep tuning in. I keep showing y'all this often. I literally drew this out. At first I drew this right here. Just needed to scoot it over. It hit. We'll see if this drop comes to fruition as well. But I'd much rather secure my gains as I get them and re-enter and follow it down if I need to. Especially when you have multiple contracts. It's just better to secure your gains and be done with it. Some people may not agree, but do they win 80% of their trades? Probably not. That's why I do. Because I'd much rather take my money and watch for another setup, a high probability setup, and then get in again. Hey, have a good night, man. Waiting for this little exit here. Remember, tonight we've made about 20 bucks. Nothing too crazy. When we're first starting out, it's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be $20 to $50 per day or per night or whatever, and then we'll slowly build up to around $100 per night. That might take a couple weeks or so, and then it'll build into $150 per night, and before you know it, we'll be making $250 a night, 300 or so dollars a night, and that'll be where you can start kind of either pushing that into maybe a retirement fund or a retirement like IRA. You can trade futures on your Roth IRA. So if you want to do that, you can do that. And just start funneling money away for an earlier retirement or a more comfortable retirement, as I like to say. Or simply replace your job if you get good at it and you feel comfortable doing it. So. But showing y'all how to do it with a job is really important to me. We're starting with $500 to $1,000. So I said $1,000 is optimal. So that's what we're doing is $1,000. Oh shit! Did I pause y'all? You emailed me twice about doing a one-on-one. I'm pretty sure I've responded to you about the one-on-ones that you've sent me. No. No, we're not doing gold. We're doing MNQ at the moment. Using TradingView. If we were using my actual account right now, we're just practicing for our $1,000. It would be Tradovate. This one I've gotten up from $500 to $807 so far, and yeah. Once I get it to 1,000 after at the end of this month, we're gonna go ahead and get started trading on it. So starting to break down here. I think I might even. I don't want to be greedy though, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna be greedy. Just go ahead and give me that little exit there. I'll check gold in just a minute. King's plug. Give me 1 second. How long did this strategy take me to developing it good at? So the overall strategy is still always evolving. If I find something that I want to add to it or that makes me better, I'm gonna always do that. But I've been trading decent, good for about 4 or 5. I want to say like 4 years now. I started trading maybe like 7 to 10 years ago, but the first like couple years that I traded wasn't me knowing what I was doing, so I didn't actually like develop anything. I didn't try and do anything. I would say I really started trying to like trade and learn how to trade maybe 5 years ago, and then that's when it all started. And it started off with just 3 little indicators. Started off with the 9 EMA, the 21 EMA, and my, where is it? 200 EMA, which is down here. And that's how I started. So I started with just these. 200 EMA acts as a bounce and major breakthrough area. The 9 and 21 EMAs, when they cross each other, it signals either calls or puts. When the 9 crosses above 21, it signals calls. When it crosses below, it signals puts. That's how I did it. And I did that for a really long time. Then after a while, I started adding more things to it. So we did get that exit that we were looking for. Made another 1050. I'm cool with that. So let's see if we can get another entry there at VWAP. Oh yeah, let me go to gold. Sorry, I did tell you I would go to gold. I'm going to do XAU USD. So what am I looking at here? Let me see. Give me a second. We are at lower ADR. Breaking below lower ADR usually signals more drop. But I would say if we bounce somewhere in like this area here, and we start coming back up and we like come back in here, you can expect a move back to like right in this area, and then probably a rejection that'll drive us back through lower ADR. But this doesn't look too promising. I think that we're going to continue down, just based off of what I'm seeing. But and just to show you what I mean, so once you break through, you usually continue up for a good chunk, right? So this would go down somewhere in here potentially, which would be another $5 or so. Not really too familiar with how much it gives or takes away per tick, but I'm sure $5 based off of what this move is total is pretty significant. So, $5 or $10 could be pretty gnarly for this to continue down and then finally come back up to maybe come, somewhere in here to then come back down. So, because as you can see here, the reason why we continue down is we have this 200 EMA and it basically bottlenecks us with this point of control line here. It bottlenecks us and forces us down. So, yeah, just looking at this though, this looks like probably more drop. So let's see, did we get our entry here? Not quite. But it is coming up to give it to us, it looks like, potentially. So, and don't forget, if you have questions, ask them. I'm here for you. That's why I do these, not just to have you follow along and make money, also to ask questions, get your repetition in, etc. So far this is working out pretty good. Usually your first targets are somewhere right in here anyway, so this would be probably your first or second target right here. This would be another target right here, and then another target right there. Which ADR do I use? If you look up the ADR, if you look up ADR versus DTR, it should be like the only one that's there. If you leave no spaces in between it, it's going to be by a guy named the Strat Uchiha. It's going to say like S5000 or something like that on it. Mine is the private indicator that he created because I know the guy personally. But the one that you'll get is literally the exact same thing, but the public version. So if I show you the one that I'm using, you'll be like, I can't even find that. So that's why I have to just tell you. Actually, I can just type it in. ADR versus DTR. Oh, what's going on here? Maybe it's ATR. Oh yeah, it's ATR. Sorry, ATR versus DTR. Is this one right here? So this is the one that I have, but you can't use it. This is the one that's the exact same thing that you can use. And basically just think of the ADR as a ranging indicator. So it's going to give you an upper range, a lower range, where you open today, where you open for the week, and then it's going to give you two 50% lines that are just going to be areas of interest. You're looking for either a knock back in the direction you came from or a breakthrough at those points. That's it. So every single point that it gives you is just a point of interest. So this is a point of interest for a knockback down or a breakthrough. This is where you open at. This would be an area of interest. This is an area of interest, and so on. And I'm sure, yeah, see, so like these right here are also areas of interest, and these are 50% lines from where we opened for the week, which is up here, which would also be an area of interest if it wasn't so fucking high up. We're probably not going to touch that anytime soon. So, we are waiting patiently for an entry. This is working out magnificently here, where I drew it. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and move this down a little bit to 15, see if we can't get that. Very welcome, Tyler. Let me check Twitch. Anyone ask questions? Nope. Cool beans. And again, this has been here for probably, I think I drew it when it was right, it wasn't even bounced up yet. It was right here. I drew this formation. So if you wanted to, you could have played this up and down. Guys, just gotta be patient. I appreciate the 36 to 40 of y'all that have been in here consistently this whole time. Y'all are very patient for waiting on these micros, because the micros move a lot slower. They give a lot less per tick, but they are less risky, and this is how we're going to be building our small portfolio. So if you're not interested in building a small portfolio, then don't tune in. Or if you don't have the patience for it, then you shouldn't be trying to trade in general if all you have is a small portfolio, in my opinion. Because trading futures with a small portfolio is going to take time. Unfortunately, TikTok does not allow you to share your screen like this without being on a third-party thing, and you have to be invited by TikTok to do it, which is really weird. So it's a little weird about it. But yes, Jay, I am considering that we're probably going to go down some more. And I think that we're going to go down to here. I would say if you're completely new, are you new to trading period, or are you just new to futures? Yes, I do record these and put these on YouTube. This is the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so you have some experience, just not maybe a whole lot. I would say I don't have something that's gonna necessarily explain to you what futures are, but if you go through my videos, like on YouTube or even on my profile here, just like the strategies that I talk about work with futures, obviously, because I'm using it on futures now, but works on crypto if you're trading it like Bitcoin or maybe Ethereum or Litecoin or something like that that has a healthy chart. Also works on QQQ in terms of stocks and options, TQQQ, SQQQ, SPY, SPX, works with Forex. It works with literally everything because they all move based off of various like Fibonacci things and equations and geometry, etc. And that's what all this stuff is based off of. So as long as it has a healthy chart and it's not some like pump and dump penny stock or crypto or whatever, then you'll be fine. And yes, they work with crypto futures. Someone named Cora Allen has been doing it with Bitcoin futures for like the last couple months, and he made like 100 grand, but paper trading. But that was his practicing to see if he really knew what he was doing, and he knew what he was doing. So he's getting funded as we speak, so he can do it with his real money. He might be in here, he might not be. Might have left, I'm not sure. I will agree, Jake. What is if you learn options first, um, futures are 10 times easier. Like if you try and just go straight into futures, if you don't start with MES or MNQ, for example, you're gonna lose all your money very quickly. You know what I mean? Because they're basically 0 day options without theta, in my opinion. So let's see, where would I like to average down at? I'm gonna average down at VWAP. So we got our average down. Yeah, I agree with that. No strike price and all that stuff is very, very important. The IV and all that, like the no, I'm not charging anything for the $1,000 thing at all. So it looks like this is moving up pretty solid here. I'm not sure I trust it. Just don't know if I want to average down super hard right here. I'll do 2 there. That's pretty good. So we'll be trading MES mostly. I'm just on MNQ right now to keep you guys kind of occupied while we're practicing, but we'll be trading MES mostly. Each one is margin. MES is 55. MNQ is going to be 100 per. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with MES at 55. We're going to do 1-2 contracts at a time. Get off with a couple, like $5-10 is what we're looking for, something in there per trade. Nothing crazy. We're just going to make 20 to 50 bucks. And that's it. We're trading futures. Trading futures. So let's see. So let's see what's going on here. Boom. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not really too worried about it. This is a good opportunity to show y'all how that harmonics indicator works. If you're not aware of what this indicator is, it's this one right here, auto harmonic patterns V2. Right there. And basically what it's doing is it's showing you different patterns that are based off of fibs. It gives you an entry, it gives you a stop, it gives you targets, and you can be good to go. But the reason why futures are easier, in my opinion, is you can use the same strategy, like he's saying. You don't have to worry about like what date to expire. It's going to be for an entire quarter. You just got to either long it or short it, and it's based off of the dollar move is based off of ticks. So if you have like basically if you have a point on the chart in mind for an exit, you don't have to worry about percentages and stuff like that of your contract moving and shit like that. You just get your money, get the fuck out. So it's really nice, and you don't have, like you said, theta crush. Um, the theta is the worst part about options and 0 days and stuff like that. This is literally 0 day options without theta. That's how you can look at it. 0 day options without theta crush. Let me see. How long have I been on here? Because I think I'm going to get off. Yeah, I've been on here for over an hour. What time do I start with futures? I start anywhere from 5 to 8:30. If you keep your notifications on, you'll get it on TikTok or here as well. I'm sorry I can't be more precise than that. It's just going to be for everyone who, who gets off of work and wants to make a little extra money. This is dark. I can do this. I mean, this is like as dark as I can make it with me being able to see my own chart. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. No, not 5 a.m., 5 p.m., guys. Because remember, we're doing futures, so futures opens at 5 p.m. And I want everybody who like gets off of work and everything to be able to tune in. You cannot trade futures in the Webull app from what I know of, but that may change eventually. They add stuff all the time. So, I'll catch y'all mañana. Had a nice little day today. Let's go ahead and get them tomorrow. Alright? Peace.